Hey guys, Auspiciously here, and welcome to episode 3 of the Arsenal series here on FM20. Now, since the last episode, our form has kind of dropped off a little bit. We find ourselves currently in 5th place. One of today's opponents, Norwich, are actually in 4th place, which is kind of a massive surprise that they're doing so well. And today's opponent, Liverpool, despite having a really, really good team, obviously, they're pretty much going to be the champions in real life. They find themselves behind us and also behind their rivals, Everton. So yeah, let's have a look at the recent fixtures and I'll sort of explain what's happened. So obviously, the last episode wasn't a great one. Picked up the draw against Man United, and then we disappointingly lost in the Carabao Cup, the EFL Cup, sorry, which was obviously disappointing, to say the least. However, we bounced back in the next game against Aston Villa. And as you can see, we beat them 1-0. Obviously, they're kind of a struggling, relegation battling team at the moment. And Aubameyang managed to pick up the goal for us in that one to give us all 3 points, which is pretty lucky. Pretty lucky, to say the least. Now, the next game was a Europa League game, which we actually opened the scoring in against Feyenoord. As you can see, Lacazette opened the scoring just after half-time. However, they got 2 goals in the space of 8 minutes, and the game did finish 2-1. Our first loss, apart from this cup loss. And then we actually had our first loss in the league, which was kind of expected against Manchester City. I thought we were going to be really up against it, especially away from home as well. And as you can see, we lost 4-1. Sterling and then an Aguero hat-trick with 2 penalties. Xhaka got us a goal back after their second goal. However, he also gave away the penalty in the 88th minute as well. The next game was a 2-2 draw against Wolves, which I would say is a pretty fair result. Wolves, they weren't doing too well up until that point. But I feel like they obviously have a lot of good players in their team, so they can definitely cause an upset. And to be honest, they almost did. As you can see, Jimenez opened the scoring for them. We got one back through Xhaka again, which was 2 goals in 2 games. They got another one, take them 2-1 up, and then luckily for us, Martinelli popped up. As you can see, Aubameyang, not the best day at the office for him, only getting a 6.3 for his match rating. I pretty much left him out there just because we were pushing forward to try and get the winner in that last sort of 15 minutes. So I figured, he's our top goal scorer at the moment, so I kind of wanted him to be the one out there. That is obviously a pretty lethal threat alongside Pepe and Martinelli. And the final game I just played off camera was a 3-0 victory in the Europa League at home against Bate Borisov. As you can see, Pepe with a penalty, Lacazette on the score sheet, as well as Martinelli once again. Sort of starting to find a little bit of form is Gabriel Martinelli. Okay, of course, that leaves us with today's game, or first game against Liverpool. Like I said, they've got a pretty amazing team. Their fullbacks are probably, I would say, 2 of the highest class fullbacks in the world. Probably not the best, but they're definitely up there, like top 5 easily for each sort of position, right back, left back. Whereas ours, I mean, we've got Tierney, who I would say is pretty good despite all of his stats going down at the moment. But he's kind of like a budget Robertson, in my opinion. I really do like him. I'm happy that we actually signed him in real life. But Robertson seems to be on another level. And obviously Cedric, I don't really think Cedric is up for it at the moment. I think we'll play him today, but I think from now on I want to keep playing Chambers. As you can see, he's been playing better than Cedric at the moment. One thing I will do is bring Mustafi back in there for holding. He played the Bate Borisov game. Is there anything else I need to do? I don't think so. So we're going with Leno in goals, Tierney at left back, Cedric at right back, Mustafi and Luiz as our centre halves. Herrera as our register, going with Maitland-Niles and Xhaka in the centre of midfield, Martinelli on the left, Pepe on the right, Aubameyang up front. Then we got Martinez, Holding, Quintilla, Quintilla's really fallen off since those first, 5 games. And he's just not really been the same player. We've then also got Willock, Nelson, and Lacazette on the bench as well. Alright, so here we go. It's going to be a tough test, man. They've got some dangerous wingers as well. In Mane and Salah. And of course, Firmino up front. I feel like their midfield's probably not as strong as the rest of their team. And Lallana's already picked up a knock there as well. So this, I mean, it's going to be an interesting game. It's at Anfield as well. So I feel like we are kind of against we probably will be against the run of play for the most of it. That's a good save there by Leno. Preventing Mane from getting a goal. And it would be a pretty early goal as well. We're only, still under 20 minutes in. And they've got the goal through Mohamed Salah. A little bit disappointing. It almost looked like it was in slow motion. And it looked like Leno could have probably done a little bit better. It looked like a very sort of tame shot. I mean, it was well placed, but still. Anyway, we got Martinelli breaking forward here. He hits the post somehow. I think he was going for a shot there, which is a very, very tight angle. And we got Pepe offside there as well. Would have been a good reply to get a goal back straight away. And they're definitely dominating us at the moment. We've got more possession. But the Virgil van Dijk. 2-0 to Liverpool. And once again, we concede from a corner. It's typical Arsenal, really. Banter FC, I guess. Yeah, this is really not a good first half. It's very similar to the Manchester City game. Very similar. And of course, we're about to go in for half-time. And Liverpool are still coming forward. And Mane's in behind, and that's just wide. Luckily, I mean, 3-0 going into half-time would have just been... Probably would have been it, to be honest. I don't really see any way we could score another 3 goals ourselves and essentially keep them out. Tierney having a very bad day with Salah coming down his wing. All right, let's make some subs. We've got to do something. Nelson on for Martinelli, I guess. Quintilla on for Tierney. Let's go. I'll keep Aubameyang out there. I was going to bring Lacazette on. We'll give him maybe another 15 minutes or so. All right, we got Pepe. What can he do though? He goes inside. Maitland-Niles. He plays across to Xhaka. And he goes backwards, as you'd kind of expect. We are coming forward now, though. Aubameyang... Oh, that's it. All right, he's coming off. That was a terrible, terrible pass. And now Lallana, a player that's injured, essentially beating both of our centre-backs there. Salah into Firmino. I mean, they're moving the ball so well. We do manage to get it clear, kind of. Leno clears it away. Up to Pepe. Aubameyang. He's got the pace. 1-on-1. And that's a goal. We got 1 goal back. Okay. I was going to bring him off, but we'll keep him on. And that's kind of the reason why. Alright, so we're 65 minutes in. 2-1. We are going to make the changes. Let's get some fresh players out there. I actually think we might have increased the quality on the pitch for us. But the corners, man. Virgil goes in for another header. And luckily for us, it goes wide. I'm going to push the boys forward. I mean, we're already losing. We may as well just go for it, really. Oh, Firmino hits the post, I think. With a header. I mean, Salah's dominated today. And that's an easy save there for Alisson. There's still 6 minutes left of normal time. However, Liverpool are coming forward once again. Mane blasted over. Was a good run, though. We've only had 3 shots on target. I feel like we've been a little bit unlucky with that. And it does look, yeah. It's going to finish a 2-1 loss. But you know what? We won the second half. We won the second half. It's a positive. It's kind of the only positive we can take out of a loss there. Even though I did kind of expect to lose against Liverpool. Anyway, what I'll do now is I'll skip forward these 7 days and I'll join you for the Norwich game. Alright, so let's get into the lineup here. It's pretty much going to be the same team, although the only thing that happened between now and before was that, yeah, Cedric picked up an injury for 3 weeks. So he's going to be out for quite a while. Bellerin did come back, though, so he's roughly ready to play. I don't think we'll play him yet. It's kind of an important game, actually. I mentioned how Norwich, I think they're actually above us still after we lost that game. I think they lost their game as well. However, we want to be beating them, and it's going to be a tough away game at Carrow Road. Yeah, the lineup's exactly the same, apart from Chambers. He comes in to replace... what's his name? Cedric. Completely forgot his name for some reason. And yeah, everything else is roughly the same. I only brought Ceballos onto the bench in place of Willock because he played the under-23s game. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough one. Of course, they've got Pukki, they've got Duda. I mean, Zimmerman at the back, I'm familiar with him. And of course, Aaron's the right back, very talented 19-year-old. I'm gonna tell them I expect them to win. Hopefully, it'll pay off. We need a win after that Liverpool loss. And if we lose this game, 2 losses in an episode is never a good thing. So I really want the boys to step up today. Alright, we've got Chambers, who loses the ball. It's a bit of confusion there. Mustafi will get it. And he loses it, because it's Mustafi, of course. Pukki's in behind, and that's... oh, he's hit the post. I was literally about to say that's 1-0. But we were saved by the upright. Thank you. Okay. So far, we're definitely not playing the way we should be after a loss against Liverpool. Some pretty bad performers out there. 6.4 for Pepe. I mean, we'll encourage them going into halftime. Might have been a little bit of a mistake to do that, as Norwich have an attack here. Aaron's, of course, he is a danger man. And he puts in a pretty nice cross there for Cantwell. And they've got the opening goal of the game 2 minutes before halftime as well. Definitely shouldn't have done that in courage. Just trying to lift the boys' spirits, you know? Trying to get them up. I'm going to go aggressive. I think that's the first time I've ever gone aggressive with this series so far. But I'm not happy. I'm pretty pissed off. I'm expecting better from the boys. And I think they... I mean, we definitely have the potential to beat Norwich City. There might be some of you out there that think otherwise. But I think, and I'm the one that's in control of this team at the moment. And Norwich are coming forward again. We managed to get it clear. Although Norwich are going to start attacking again. Building it from their back line. I feel like we are being stretched quite a bit. And Aaron's is still in bits. And Cantwell, I think he's offside there. Yeah, he's definitely offside. Luckily for us, because we're only, what, 3 minutes into the second half, and we could have been 2-0 down. Alright, I'm just going to demand more from the boys. Alright, I might make a couple of subs here as well. Let's see what we can do. I mean, we need to take Martinelli off, that's for sure. Let's take Pepe off as well. And we'll swap Aubameyang and Reece Nelson. That's what I meant to do. There we go. Anything else? I mean, Tierney's having another shocker. I might have to leave Tierney out. He was actually performing better than Quintella. But at the moment, that's what, 2 6.4 match ratings in a row? Probably, I think he was at fault for missing Aaron's coming forward with that first cross. And they've essentially done the exact same thing yet again. Now I'm actually frustrated. Aaron's with the cross to Cantwell at the back post. And we actually went 2-0 down, just like that. It seems like Norwich are like on steroids or something right now. They seem like they're... I guess they're essentially like the Sheffield United in real life. They're just surprising me. They're playing like a top 4 team. And they're beating us 2-0 at the moment. Come on, Orba. Need something big from him. Just to get a draw, really. I mean, we need to get 2 goals just for the draw. And Pukki's in behind again, man. I don't know what to say. We're 3-0 down. And we've just been played off the park, as you can see. Pretty much the whole Norwich team is on a 7 or higher match rating. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board, I think. I mean, we could concede a 4th here. And we do. Okay. Aaron's is on a 9 match rating. I think I'm going to sign him. I mean, Orba's coming forward here. I mean, it really doesn't matter, even if we do score. He won't. Like I said, he won't score. Yeah, so that's 2 really bad. I mean, the Liverpool game wasn't this bad. We get a goal back. Is it going to be offside? No, he's onside. Lacazette puts it in the back of the net. I think I might start Laka up front. And then we'll play Orba on the left. It's not ideal, and it's not exactly what I want to be doing. But I feel like it's our 3 strongest attackers essentially in the team. And there we go, a 4-1 loss to the Champions League potential qualifier in Norwich. And like I said, I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board, man. How much is Aaron's? Let's check him on... He's already on the short list because I was thinking about possible right-backs for the future. Tottenham want him as well. And it looks like it's going to cost between 43 and 91 million to actually get him. Because he's on a 4-year contract. That's going to be pretty interesting if we try and do that. I think I really would like to get him, and I think he'd be a good signing for Arsenal in real life as well. Where does that put us? Puts us down into 7th place. And we're also tied, into 6th place, tied with Liverpool, Everton, and Sheffield United as well. I mean, luckily we got Bate Borisov again, because that'll hopefully, touch wood, hopefully that'll be a nice, easy victory that we can get before we go into the Newcastle game. But I think we're definitely going to have to change a few things. I'm definitely going to go with Lacazette, Pepe, and Orba as our sort of top 3 attacking players, our 3 forwards. Anyway, if you enjoyed the episode, if you enjoyed me losing both games today and the disappointment and sorrow that I'm feeling for myself right now, please give the video a like. It would help me out immensely. And of course, it will show your support for the series as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, guys, with the notifications turned on. And apart from that, as always, take it easy and goodbye.